Hey everyone, how's it going? So today I got some more really cool Turing machines for you guys. So this right here is a 3D Turing, well, the output of a 3D Turing machine. There he is down there. There's our little Turing machine head. So he's got some instructions over there and he's running around doing his thing. And this is just so cool, I think, because if you guys have looked at Turing machines before, like Langton's ant, some of the other stuff I've showed you, you'll remember that Turing machines sort of highway, like they get into a pattern, a shape that repeats after a while, and this thing's repeating shape is thousands of steps long. Like, I mean, okay, you can kind of like see this big jumble of blocks right here, but now look at this next big jumble of blocks right here. It's identical. Now I've scanned this thing to try to make sure it's identical, and I'm like actually really sure it is. So this thing, there's one repeat. You can kind of tell where the big jumbles start based on the little bridges going over to the top of them. There's another little bridge, and see, he's just starting on the third jumble here. So this is a this Turing program is a set of 6 instructions, and I also made a random Turing program generator, so I'll be looking at that with you guys too. This is just a bunch more stuff that I found really cool, and then I also updated this thing so that, oops, no Java, I don't want to update right now. I also updated this thing here so I could control it with a little book right here. So if I enter P, that will pause him. If I enter U, that will unpause him. Now I've been looking at this thing for a really long time, so I'm ready to move on to another program, just some other Turing program. So we can reset this thing now. So what I'm going to do is R for reset, and now you'll see he moves there and the whole thing gets unloaded. That's what those command blocks are there for. Those just fill this whole thing with air. He moves back to our little starting area here, and we can start the program all over again with S if we want. Yeah, and that's the new functionality I've added. So, well, that's part of it. Now, I feel like a kid in a candy store. What should I show you guys next? So I've updated all the like command controls here. So we have reset, start. Yeah, you've seen all these things. But here's the new one, generate. Oh, by the way, this is the little book control thing here. It just scans my inventory for a book with like an R in it or whatever, and then we'll place a redstone block wherever that control is. But okay, let's look at how we generate the books over here. So right now I have it set up to generate instructions of 6 like states, I'll call them. And if you guys, so I'll hit X, because that's like my X is the main control. What X will do is stop it, generate a new set of instructions, and then start it up. So here's some new instruction we have, whatever it is. We'll see if it highways whatever. But in case some of you guys don't, remember how the Turing machines work, is they have, different states they can be in, different, like this, the instructions here can kind of be thought of pages as a book in some way. Oh, and before I go any further, I need to give you guys a Turing disclaimer. Oh, that's cool, he is highwaying. But some people got all rifled up by me talking about like 2D Turing machines last time, and I just should mention that a 1D Turing machine can be universal. That's what a universal Turing machine is. Oh, this is really cool. But that means is it's possible for a one-dimensional or two-dimensional Turing machine to compute anything that this thing can, and vice versa. But some people just seemed all rifled up because I guess they felt like I was implying that a 2D Turing machine could do things that a 1D couldn't. I don't know. There's quite the community out there for Turing machines. But so yeah, then I can hit X again. It'll erase this thing. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I put in a new clearing system, and looks like I didn't give that thing enough of a time delay. I can fix that over here. But we'll pause this thing, and we will look at how we generate the instructions here. So each instruction, I'll reset this thing, has kind of 4 lines per state. So he'll be in a certain state, and the state just tells the guy up there what to do. You can change his direction, and then move the state. And that just depends on, what block he's in. So if he's in an air block up there, in this case he will add 3 to his direction, and he'll move forward 1 state. But if the block he's in is green, and he's in the first state, he'll add only 1 to his direction and stay in the same state. And then for his direction, 0, I guess, makes him go +1 in the x direction. 1 makes him go, +1 in the z direction, so on and so forth. And then, I guess 4 makes him go down 1. And you get the idea there. And then I also added that little step there in the right hand, so we could kind of see, how many steps or cycles he's done or whatever. And then I also did something pretty neat, is that he still turns a little when he moves around. I had to figure out how to use armor stance for this. I'm sorry, I'm just so fascinated by watching these guys. It's too easy for me to get sidetracked. Alright, I think he should be safe running over there. I just want to make sure that he's not going to highway and go off to the side or something, and break anything. But we have different sets of dispensers here. I'll reset this guy, and I'll generate a new set of commands, and you guys can watch this time. Alright, so you probably didn't catch a lot of what happened there. Let me take out a redstone block and power this one by one and show you the steps. So first thing is, this command block gets powered. Now a set of command blocks is popped up by these dispensers. These dispensers have tons of command blocks in them. If you don't know, a little trick for creative worlds is if you fill dispensers with command blocks, they'll actually place them. So before every so here's the new commands. Then it will copy these ones over to here. So you didn't really see anything happen, but the new set of instructions got copied over. And now right here, clears those. And then what does this one do? Oh, then this one copies, I forget what my own stuff does. It copies these dispensers over to here. Because these dispensers, they're full of all the different commands, and these ones need to be replaced each time. Alright, now it's not entirely random how I'm generating this thing. I actually do a few little tricks to try to make it so most of the time these things do complex things instead of simpler things. So the dispensers here on the left have the commands for which direction he goes of each of the rows here, and that's pretty simple. And then I laid out the 6 commands right here. So add 5 to the direction, add 4, 3, 2, you get the idea. And then 0. So this one's the same as basically a glass block. It just doesn't do anything. And then here's all the different possibilities we have for the for which state it switches to, because it's not like I can just teleport the index to state number 2 or whatever. It can only teleport the index, or the little dog here. This dog represents which state it's in. It can only teleport the dog based on where the dog was previously. So if the dog needs to go to state 4 and he's in state 1, it's teleport forward 3. But if he's in state 3 and needs to go to 4, it's teleport forward 1. Excuse me. Sorry, my nose was getting stuffy and I thought I was going to sneeze. So like I was saying, now we have all the different possibilities of where he can teleport to. So, if he's in the first one, he's going to be able to teleport forward 5. But if he's in the very, state 6, it's going to be possible for the dog to teleport back 6. But then, in the last state, he can't teleport forward any. Now, one other thing is that the right ones and the left ones here are a little bit different, and I'll explain that in a bit. The left one's a little bit easier to get your head around, I think, because, there's 6 different commands in here, and that's just, teleport where he, stay here, teleport 1 forward, teleport, The left ones here, just give him the option, have a chance that he'll teleport to any of the other states. But then what the right side here does is that you'll see there's only 1 command block in here. I'll take it out a sec. He's just teleporting forward 1 block. Oops, whatever. So what's actually going on is I'll try to read these instructions from his perspective, is that when he's in air, when he lands on air block, he will always move up to the next instruction. So, but then whenever he's on a green block, or one of his a 1 instead of a 0, if you're thinking in like computer terms, then he'll have a random state change. And then for the last one here, it's not teleport forward 1, it's teleport back 5, but you get the idea. So when he's in air, he'll teleport like to the next one, then to the next, to the next, to the next. The directions are still random for what he does, but you sort of get the idea there. So here, we'll do this one more time. G for generate, and then S for start. See if we get anything complex. One thing I've noticed about the 3D Turing machines is that they actually seem to be a lot less likely to do complex stuff. By that I mean they tend to highway, and this is what it's called. Like when he makes a pattern like this is called highwaying. The 3D Turing machines tend to highway much more quickly and much more often. And the reason that I have sort of in my head for that is just it seems like he has 3 dimensions that he can move in now. So instead of just being able to move like away from the sort of blob in the middle, here we'll load another program I had. It's possible for him to kind of escape the randomness of a blob in the middle in twice as many ways as before. What do I want to show you guys? This is the program for like the really big highway I found. I had to go through like 100 programs before I found that one. Here, I'll show you guys this one. I also wanted to talk a little bit about like the different possibilities for these guys. This is one possibility, which is just an initial loop that doesn't do anything. I think this might be the smallest initial loop, possibly. But he can initial loop and get stuck where he is. He can highway at first, like you've already seen. He can do really like initial chaos and then turn into a highway, like you've already seen. And the last one, but the one I haven't even found yet, is when he does a really big pattern, sort of. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it was like the spiral one I showed from before. Alright, well, that's about it. Sorry, I think I am a little sick, so I'm sorry if you guys heard that in the video, but this is, more cool stuff about the Turing machines I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to mess around with this for yourself, I'll put a world download in the description. This thing has got a lot bigger, and everything should be well labeled enough for you guys to put it together to mess around with this thing yourself without worrying about breaking it. And then the stone area just represents the area that these command blocks clear. So if he ever escapes the stone area, then you're going to have to clear him by hand or something. Oh, this is a cool highway. Pretty complex. So I'm always interested by the ones that are either chaos and turn into a highway, just like a random blob in the middle, or the ones that just have a really complex highway to begin with. That's why I probably didn't sound it, but I was really excited by the really big highway there. Alright, well, that's about all I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys shared some of my interest in this. That's about it, so thanks for watching. Bye-bye.